Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to teach you how to do something called the boomerang scratch. It looks a little bit like this. A bit like that. Now, this is a tricky scratch and it took me a while to get my head around it, but now I've got my head around it, I think I could teach you a couple of tricks that really helped me out getting my head around it. Okay, so here is essentially what the boomerang scratch is. You can follow along with this just by doing exactly like I do. You keep the crossfader shut. You're gonna push, you're essentially gonna do the baby scratch, right? Which is forward and back, okay? But as you push it forward, you're gonna open the crossfader and close the crossfader. So you push it forward and back, and as you push it forward, you open the crossfader, and as you pull it back, you close the crossfader. And you might want to take a couple of hours just doing that on repeat. But that's step one. The next step is, once you've gone forward and back, you're going to push it forward, but this time you're just going to do a transformer. You're essentially just going to tap it forward. Okay? So this is, again, you might want to try just practicing that. Tapping it forward and tapping it back. That will hold you in good stead. So at this point, you've got this bit and this. Okay, so practice those two things. So let's put them together. You're going to push it forward and back. Now at this point, you're going to do the baby scratch in reverse. Okay, you're going to pull it back and push it forward, doing the same thing with the crossfader. So it's just a reverse of what we did originally. Pull it back and open, push it forward and close. And then there's another bit. You're then going to tap it back. So you're kind of mirroring what you've done. So you'll go baby scratch forward, opening and closing. Open, close. Tap forward. You're halfway through. Now we're going to do what we did the first time, but in reverse. Back and forward while opening and closing. And then tap back. You're back at the original point. Let me show you again. Now again, you might want to just break this into chunks. So you're going to practice this bit to start. Then you're going to practice the taps. Tap forward, tap back. And then you're going to come forward into the scratch and you're going to practice like a reverse baby scratch. Then you're just going to put it together and it's just repetition, okay? So you're going to do this. And I'm going to suggest you don't put a beat on yet. You just practice doing that over and over. This might be a few days, right? Just practicing this over and over. But here's where I think this is going to change things for you. What I want you to start doing is compartmentalizing the actions. In this hand, I want you to just remember, you're just doing a forward and backward motion. When you get good at it, this hand is just doing this. Okay, and this is something that the other tutorials didn't teach me, and I think this is very valid. So with this hand, picture a kind of like, what would that be? That would be 9, so this would be 8 o'clock. And say you're going from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and you're just going back and forth, from there to there, there to there. And just keep that stable. Now in this hand, you want to think of the pattern that's happening with the crossfader. It's a kind of open to halfway and close, and then a tap. And then open to halfway and close, and then tap. Okay, I didn't do that very good with this bit over here. But you have to start thinking, we've got this motion going over here, which is just forward and back. Okay, now with this hand, we're getting this motion. Okay, now this is really important this. So this hand, you just push to halfway and back, which kind of opens it long enough for you to do that baby scratch. That's why it's a bit kind of a more open crossfader. You go into the halfway and back, and then a tap. Now that's really relevant, that. Just open halfway, tap. Open halfway, tap. This is tricky, but do it slowly and put the two together. fluid motion over here, and then open halfway tap, open halfway tap. I know you're watching this again, wait, that's freaking impossible. But trust me, just go really slow with this. Let's do it even slower. And then as soon as you feel comfortable with this, make it fluid. Just keep the hand going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back. It's like rubbing your head and patting your stomach. A lot of scratching is like this. And then you go halfway tap, halfway tap. You see what's going on there? That hand's just doing its own thing. And then this hand's going. Okay? And that seems really quick, so I'm going to go really slow now. But remember, you start off, you'll do this in chunks, but eventually you want to get to this fluid motion where the two hands are both just doing a rhythm. Okay, so slowly. Okay, so I hope those tips helped, and I also want to just round up this video by saying, look, I know how frustrating it can be to come online and you get guys like me who teach you how to do a scratch. We give you a couple of examples and then suddenly do it really quickly like I just did a second ago. And that's really demoralizing. And because of that one single reason, I've put together beginnerscratchlessons.com. I'll leave a link directly below this video and I'll leave a link at the top of the comments as well. And here's the thing with beginner scratch lessons. I take you through the fundamental scratches you need to know. And I teach you step by step how to get quicker at doing them. I give you a selection of tracks, and these tracks go from 70 BPM up to 140 BPM, but over the space of like 5-6 minutes. So it speeds up, so you're just practicing your scratch to a slow beat, and it gets quicker and quicker and quicker. It's really cool, this course. I show you a load of different scratch combos, and it's a bit like a video game. You've got to get to a certain speed before you can move on to the next level. I teach you a slightly more harder scratch, but you've got to be able to do it at a certain speed before you move on to the next level. So it's more like a video game style course. It's really, really awesome. It's really cool. Comes with money back guarantee. So if you're interested and you want to be able to put some cool scratch routines together, go and check it out, and hopefully this has helped you with your boomerang scratch. If you want to see another one of my scratch videos, click this button here. See you in tomorrow's video, guys. Ciao!